Want to master anime character design for free? This course is your first step on the journey to anime character design art learning pathway. Brushcamp offers tons of similar courses in illustration, 2D, 3D design. Level up your creativity with free knowledge and courses. Visit brushcamp.com today and explore endless possibilities. After we learned how to color black and white, a basic picture into a manga-like style, we will come to the next basic painting process. It's to color our character. Here you continue to create a folder. This is the line folder that I kept separate. I rename it to color to make it easier for you to distinguish, and create a subfolder right inside this big folder. Let's start choosing the color for our character. First, with the underlayer color. You can choose any color. Here are the basic skin colors like this. I will give you basic instructions. The part of the color that it pulls towards white like this. The more towards white, the more pastel it becomes. Let me take an example. Its hue will be fresh. Then it will fade, it will lose its color. The colors in this paragraph are called pastel colors. Pastel colors, the usages. Casual colors for women. If drawing female anime characters, the best color would be. It is recommended to use bright colors and pastel tones, because it is suitable for the nature, personality, and also the signature tone of women. As for boys, just boldly choose bold and strong colors. Show character's personality. Similarly, and the more the tones go down, the darker it will be. Try scrolling down. Do you see? You will know how to increase the color. Color up this. This is a monochromatic color scheme. That is, you will choose the colors that are in the same color box. Here is one way. But I will show you another way. This hue doesn't just run from the top down. I recommend running diagonally instead of running from the top. Like this. I'll take a screenshot. Normally you can do in this direction. You can do it like that. But I encourage you to run the colors in a diagonal direction to vary the color shades. And not only that, instead of you choosing a tint here, you can move your shade according to this color bar as well. Let me give you an example. For example, now I have horizontal color. Brown. It's bright part, you will take up this part, right? This is also true, but there is a better way. That is, you will pull this part up. Look closely. I just pulled the color up a bit to give it a more golden tone. It also gives a different color tone, but it will look more diverse. It will be more colorful, not monochrome. Because if you use monochromatic colors too much, the picture will look bland. In-depth color problems will be taught in a separate course for colors. If you want to learn more, you can sign up for that course. Here I will only give you basic instructions, so that you can know how to complete an anime picture. For example, now I want to find a darker color. You will normally drag the color down like this. Look closely, this is a monochromatic color. The other way around is to follow the color chart. You can do it like that, but it will be boring because it has the same hue. Then you can choose. Now I'm going to scroll this down. Now I'm going to keep dragging this down as well as this one. It will be darker but will give results. It belongs to a different color already, but you can see it will change. Here's an example. Please take a closer look and compare. Although it is only a small change, it will make your paintings look more colorful. This is a matter of color scheme. For the same face skin, there will be many different skin tones. Maybe pink and white, and maybe this color. Even there are some of you who like black skin. You can choose this color too, depending on your preferences. Now we're going to start painting. I encourage you to color each part differently. For example, you paint your hair separately, and paint the face separately, or paint clothes separately, for your convenience in coloring or changing colors. Or process each part one by one. You will easily control the layer. Control the things you have drawn more easily. Now I'm going to start painting the hair. Choose brown. Just pick the color. Just like before, I showed you how to fill in a hair and make it perfect. If you are confident that your line is beautiful enough and tight enough, you can just select the canvas and press the G key and release. Or you can follow me to make the painting more perfect. For those of you who are careful, or those who don't have good lines or dark spots like me, we will do it this way. Just paint. In small parts. Remember to put the pen in the bowl cleverly, so that it doesn't get smudged out. You just need to erase the smudged parts, so that it won't affect the other parts, making it unsightly. The parts that are not hair, remember to leave them out. Remember to change the format to layer, to fill all the inner areas that I have drawn. I recommend you pick the color in the middle. Imagine this is a square, you should pick the color in the middle. This is a very harmonious shade, and it's not too harsh or too faded. The layer naming is also very important. You can set this as hair. Then you will paint the skin. For the skin part, I will choose a slightly pink color. I will leave the hair layer on top, so that I don't fear it getting smudged. Please paint carefully. As for the skin, you can boldly paint the eyes, nose, and mouth, because those parts will be painted separately later. And here I will name it skin. Next comes the shirt. I don't know what color I should choose. I will choose a light yellow shirt. Please pay attention to the order of layers. The order of the layers is also very important, so that you can arrange which one is in front of which one is behind. Please calmly paint all the colors in the picture one at a time. Now I will set this layer as shirt. In the glass of water, I will paint. To make it easier to distinguish, I will color it red and then change the color a little later. If you don't remember how to change the color, just watch me do it. I have mentioned it many times in my teaching process. This time I will repeat it one more time for you to remember. For small details like this, you can combine them into one layer so we can save space. We only classify large patches of colors or are close together. And don't let large patches of different colors lie side by side. After that, you create a next layer to paint the eyes. Here I will choose the eye color is red. Now I have finished a light layer of color. I will show you how to give it more color and depth. I draw skin color first. You put this skin color in a folder, then create a subfolder. I will change this color later. Now comes the skin color. First, you'll drag this over a bit. Choose a color slightly darker than skin tone. Just a little bit. Then you will paint the following parts. That's under the eye bags are the cheeks. And the tip of the nose. And a little bit below the chin. Even on the tip of the ear. Just above the tips of fingers for a cute effect. Now you choose filter. Then lens blur. You will drag this bar until it fades. Do you see? It just blushes. Have you seen it blush? Then you continue to take this matte brush. Any brush to continue painting, paint over. Because the more pink a girl's cheeks are, the more adorable she becomes. I'm sure the girls already know this. And the boys who don't know it now know it. Under the eyes, paint a little more. Nose too. Then you just keep going up. The places that constantly press red include eye bags and cheeks. You continue. After you have cheeks, you continue to emphasize the eye bags. Here you draw a triangle. Because it's the tip of the nose, and in the mouth. You can paint the upper lip or the lower lip, depending on your preference. For example, now I paint my bottom lip. Why is the under lip in anime getting more attention? Because it's cute. Then you just need to choose a darker color on your upper lip. Remember that the upper lip is always darker than the bottom lip. If in the process of drawing you see excess lines, you can delete them. Now I will erase the irises to make it easier to draw. If you have bold areas, remember to click. If this needs light, remember to press. Inside the eye you will use the color of the skin to fill it in. Then you continue to paint on the red eyelids. Now you will cast a shadow similar to how you painted in black and white. Here I will show you a simple trick. First you will draw purple. You choose purple here. You draw in. You may not know, in painting, purple and blue are often substituted for black. It often used to describe shadows falling on the ground. There's also a reason. You can learn about color theory, or you can take a color course to get a more detailed understanding. You also paint the dark parts, the parts where the shadow will fall. For example, you can draw this nose corner and that triangle just below the tip of the nose. There are often grooves under the lips, concave triangle, and you guys also paint the neck part, because the neck part is dark, so please paint it too. The hidden parts, you draw in. Just use purple. In the purple layer adjustment that you just finished drawing, do you see the word normal? You just need to click down and select the blending mode as multiply. Then you lower the opacity. Okay. It will give a very nice purple shadow effect. But this is still not the same, so you will block Protect Alpha here. You will continue to change the color until it is beautiful. Please choose the purple one. And lower the opacity. It will be more like a shadow. But I usually choose this cheek color as a shadow. I will pour gradients. The parts that are in the closest exposure light. I will use reddish-orange colors for shadows. And after gradually increasing the dark corners, such as in the corner of the eye, I will use the purple color earlier and color it. You can use red. You keep mixing until you feel like you stop. So you have a very simple shading layer. You can switch to normal mode to see the color combination. Now you choose multiply mode and reduce it. Do you see? You have just finished the basic skin. You will continue to the hair part. Now you separate this skin. You comb the hair part. You continue to put the hair in a layer and create sublayers. Just like before, I showed you how to change the color for it to be varied. Please define a beautiful hair is a hair with light and dark. I will give light to this hair. I'm going to pull this color up a little yellow to make it glow. Like I said before, it's like a sphere. When the light falls, the upper part will change color. After that, the color will be darker as it goes down. Where there is light, it will start to glow again. You just rely on that to choose to match the picture. Have you seen our hair now has more light? More beautiful color? But it's not enough. You guys continue to draw hairlines, hair waves, as I showed you in the manga drawing part. You can use darker colors. Since we've already switched the gradient, it's really hard, so you can continue using purple here. The reason why I use purple is because it stands out and makes it easy to spot when you are drawing. Press C. If you feel unfamiliar with your eyes, you can switch to multiply mode immediately. It mixed with brown and got a brown like this. You can switch to this mode immediately so that you can easily get used to it. Remember to lower the multiply because that color looks very harsh. You color into places where there may be shadows. You repeat the same steps as drawing manga but with color. I just drew a little bit. But you can compare the difference with hair shadow and without hair shadow. It will make your hair look fuller, thicker, and more colorful. I will draw the basic strokes to make it easy for you to learn and follow. Remember to try to convey well what you want to draw. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because you can correct them if you're wrong. Your color this time is not beautiful. You can learn for yourself, so that next time you know how to combine colors more beautifully. So if you want to draw well, you have to draw a lot first. The more you draw, the more you will learn for yourself. The parts inside, you paint the whole array like this. Have you seen the difference yet? Now you continue to lock this. And you will continue to change the color of this itself. You can always pick the color in your hair to pour it down, and down gradually with darker colors, to give the hair variety. Have you seen the difference yet? Don't forget that in the process of drawing, you should both draw and Ctrl+S to be able to save it in case something goes wrong. For example, if there's a power outage in the middle of the phone or a computer crash, you'll still be fine. At the top you can choose a lighter color to make the hair shine like this. Draw a light line like this. It will run around the hair like this, and then you will use eraser to erase it. Erase a few lines. Don't let it connect like that, make it break. Especially the dashed lines in the folds. Let the hair folds more natural. Then you use a brush and spread it out. Then you can continue to apply this method, so that you can add more layers to make the character's hair look deeper. For example, now I continue to paint one more layer. Make it deeper, because I don't think it's the color I want. Do you see? If you draw more layers of hair, it will help your paintings have more soul and look more neat. And boldly put the light where you like. You can draw some light hair below. You can continue to add even more layers of shadow in these dark sections to create more volume and depth. So you have finished the character's hair. Finishing the character's hair means that you've almost finished half of the picture you're drawing. Just like that, you will come to the next step, the eye part. I think a lot of people are looking forward to the eye drawing part. This is our eyes part. I will review the eye part a bit. The eyes will have black irises. Irises and whites. Before I go into detailing the eyes, I will change the color first. Because eyes will be like hair, it will also have light and dark parts. Usually the bright part of the eye will be below. It's not like hair, the highlight will be at the bottom. The upper part is usually hidden because of many factors like hair, eyelashes, or eye sockets. The upper part of the eye will be darker than the lower part of the eye. It also makes the eyes sparkle even more. Because I used red eye color, I will use yellow glitter. Let it shine, blush. The upper part will be darker, so I will continue to choose a darker color to paint over here. Cover it. Then you will draw a darker color in the middle here. That black iris that you often see. Now watch. You continue to draw a darker layer to create more depth for the eyes. Please watch me draw. I'll make a shadow on this too. Do you see? Look closely. The whole lens part is also round. So I'm going to make it blush on the inside. It's like when you look at something, it will reflect on it. So I made it blush, but it's light. Don't lose the black background around it. Now I'm going to look up this main circle to fill it neatly. Let it fit in the same frame that I drew, as I will paint over the lashes to make it even. Because I painted it pretty quickly before. Now I will do it again. It's fit, you see? I will color white in. Please don't paint to white. Do you see? You fix it here to make it square. It's not square, but it's not round either. It's a bit triangular, a little distorted. And here you will use. Now create a new layer and draw some other white shadows. Stay here. You will have a running track like this. Because its eyes shine. Then you lower the opacity. Then draw more. Have you seen how the eyes seem to light up? You continue. Then paint it red again. Do you see? With just a few steps, you've already done the eye part. If you want to draw more beautiful eyes, change it like that. You can transform. For example, in this part you can draw another layer like this. You just draw slowly. Remember to paint the eyebrows under the eyes. I will choose brown for eyebrows. For color you just choose black and brown. These colors are very safe. The next step is to color the eyes. The eyes like this are still unfinished. You guys draw a purple shadow here, purple again. I repeat a bit, that purple will be used in digital painting in the form of multiply to create a shadow. The shadow parts obscured. You use purple color will be faster and more effective. You knew the character's eyes are spheres like this. Of course it will have a shadow like this. Same with this eye, because it's so round. This part is also covered, so you draw a shadow over the eyes like this. You guys have the courage to draw, don't be afraid. Then the eyes will be like this. You draw a light shadow line like this. You choose blurs, blur a little. Then select multiply mode and reduce. Reduce and reduce. Have you seen the eyes have more depth? In this step you can continue to fill the eye color by using orange color. Let it in. So you have finished the eyes part. Finish the face part. You can also draw some effects. For example, red cheeks. It's up to you. Or freckles if you want. I decide to use freckles here to make the picture more prominent. After you've finished this part, in the neck part you continue to pour purple color. Because the neck is covered. Then this is in the skin. You just need to find the skin layer, then draw a triangle from the chin down like this. Select multiply. That's easy, isn't it? You are done. No need to have too many editing steps. Continue to the shirt part. We will take care of all the remaining parts in this picture. Let's start with the color change. The dark parts I will change to another color. Because the afternoon sun comes down from the top, it will be dark below. The chest will look like this. For simple processing, similarly define the shadow. And continue to pour purple or blue here. You can use anything blue or blue-purple. This is blue-purple. Then draw the shadow in. Don't forget the shadow of the hair falling on the shirt. This is also an important part. Now you will draw the shirt lines like this. It also has some shadows falling from the ridges of the shirt. I really like this shading step, because my painting feels like duck turns into a swan. After drawing this purple layer, boom. I'm going to blur it a bit now. I'll do magic then. Boom. Lower the opacity. Have you seen the difference? Don't forget you can pour orange on the parts that are directly exposed to light, like I mentioned earlier, to create a more diverse transformation. Now we come to the rest, which are these things. I'm going to change these colors now. I try blue. You can choose any color. The strap on this side I want is dark blue. You can change it normally. Since I used too much brown in the picture, I will use dark blue and shade it. Don't forget this pretty hairpin. I'll color it yellow to make it stand out. Paint the shadow of this yellow to make it cute. And it also has its own shadow cast on it. You can always use a darker color to fill the shadow without using purple again. In this part, straws are usually colored. You continue to define the dark color like this. And you always paint the lid of the cup. For example, you can color it white. Locate the brighter part to color. Use yellow. I will use purple one more time to shade this glass. Watch. The shadow of the hand falls on the glass. Then you give this one more layer. And don't forget multiply. And delete. Now you draw a little more light reflected on the lid. Don't forget that after you've finished all the steps, you'll add highlights in the nose or lips to make it cute, for example, cheeks, eyes. This time your eyes are painted white. You can even dab a few strands on your lashes. Or here. And paint on the lips if you want it to be more beautiful. Remember to manage your layers well. Because I don't have a good layer management myself, I forgot to change the necklace. I will use the black necklace because it won't be in conflict with the rest of this girl's body. Because there are too many things to deal with here. In the hand part, if it's a bit faded, remember to add a little more orange color. Like this so that it doesn't get too pale. You should change the line color. Here I will change the line color. You should not let it be black. You will change color according to color. For example, for hair color, you will use a brown one. I usually use brown to make my paintings look like this. Change the line color to see your paintings more diverse. Just a few basic steps. And don't forget to change. Dark places need to stay black. You keep them. As for places such as eyes, nose, mouth, you should use light colors to make it look more harmonious and cute. Now I'm going to paint my lashes a little brown. Do you see? There's a change. This is how to color a simple anime picture for beginners. After you have finished painting all of them, and you don't know how to add the background, then I will show you how. You can use the background available in 𝗍𝗶𝗱𝗏𝗍, or you can create a new background. You will pour any color, just pale color, like this. Then you will decorate with basic geometry. I'll draw a big circle behind the character like this. Round. Then I'll paint it white. So you have completed a basic background. And it is enough to highlight your character. And if you want to change the background color like this, you can choose filter, choose hue, and you can change to a unified color. I think this color is quite suitable. I will press OK. But I think I like warmer colors. I will choose pink. You can decorate more. For example, a cat's paw can also work. Or rabbit ears. There are many ways to decorate. I will draw a cute bunny ear here. And I will delete this part. Are you ready for your first well-crafted anime? I'm really looking forward to your work. So you're done. Or simply, you can choose a monochrome background. I would choose to try a monochrome background like this, and then I'll put my character folder here. Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V. I already have another character. I will drag down, close to the background. You will deftly pull it out. Protect alpha and change it to a darker color. You can do it, right? So simple. You can choose the background that you like best. Now say goodbye to all of you and see you soon. Bye bye. Please like and subscribe to our channel.